title fights. In fact, the next one is the CMT heavyweight title. That's going to be amazing. But this beforehand, what an appetizer. Franz Dirty Sanchez, he's got the pink ankle guards on, and the other bloke in the ring is Jake Lund. And between them, about 55. And Franz Sanchez starts off like a full-force fighter.
I tell you what, and the strategy coming into play for this one, of course, Jake's going to know that the boys from Full Force are going to come in bombing heavy with the hands. Franz Sanchez, big loaded punches is what he will bring. And the negation to that from Jake Lund is clinch him up.
Yeah,
close the diff. Lock him up, shut down the range, get the knees and the clinching happening.
Already early we've seen the beautiful knees to the head, but the jab working from the taller Lund. It's been working very nicely early. Both men trying to figure each other out, looking for elbowing opportunities in this clinch. Another good knee, returned by Sanchez, who cops an elbow. And Lund cops on an absolute Pez dispenser elbow.
Sneaky one on the inside. Had the millimetre it needed to slice through the guard and land.
And that's what happens when your gloves are a third of the size of the things you normally use, Hammer.
Yeah, you can negate through that guard easier.
It's a different world that men who have not used these gloves before find themselves in. We see a lot of well-conditioned, well-credentialed fighters. You see this moment where they're like, wow, this is heaps different.
It is. The 72-kilo weight division, middleweight division, this one.
Yeah, starting to get to the point where the big shots fly.
A middleweight with a lot of potential. Jake Lund for sure, Bex, as you called earlier.
Yeah, it was the WMC I1 World Champion, WKBF Oz Pro Champion. He's won in Bangla Stadium multiple times. Franz Sanchez, tough, as we see him take just a little pop-down knockdown. He says there's nothing to it, but he did have a seat as a result of the punch.
It was a straight. The old theory of a straight technique will always beat a round technique.
Gets there faster, but hasn't razzed up Franz Sanchez, who doesn't look to be too wobbly as a result of that right hand.
He felt a little ripped by that count. So now he knows there's a little bit of desperation. He knows that he's got to make up that score.
This one, 3 by 3 minute rounds. There's a cheek to the face, eats some toe jam, says Jake Lund. And then ties up Sanchez, who is as tough as 30 seconds. Very marked up, Franz Sanchez.
In the clinch they go. And just gets turned and taken down nicely.
And that's the difference between a kid that spent a year in Thailand and a kid that spent a year in Australia. I think the clinch is where you really get to see it. As a jumping knee and a beautiful right hand from Jake Lund. This could be all over.
5, 2.
Murph will let this go on. 8. Full Force boys have opened the gate.
End of round 1.
And that's the end of round 1. Oh, you're going to leave us.
Tell you what.
It's like Game of Thrones, Hammer. You just get left on the edge of your seat.
It just means that the focus is there.
Yeah, certainly, Hammer. You make a very good point as we head into the second round of this one. Franz Sanchez.
Right, boys, cut guards, let's go.
Ankle guards. Very lucky to last out the last round, it has to be said.
Round 2 action. Picking up where round 1 left off. Big swinging right hand from Sanchez. Wants to get a little bit more targeted.
Sanchez suffering 2, 8 counts at the hands of Lund in the first round. So he needs to get busy and get busy quickly. He knows that, but he's hurting.
I tell you what, Lund looks a lot bigger, but I just checked the weigh-in weights, and Lund weighed in actually lighter than Sanchez.
Yeah.
So Lund weighed in 71.3, Sanchez 72.15.
Deceptively stocky is Franz Sanchez. He's very, very, same as his stablemate Michael Guardado.
Yeah.
They are a lot thicker in stature than they look. As Lund pins him on the right,
The uppercut,
beautiful uppercut
from Lund. That right uppercut has worked nicely for him. Nice defense. Guard up, shoulder bump that overhand right, counted back. And he has got laser-like focus as Jake Lund, Bex.
Certainly does. I earmarked him as one of the future stars of Australian Muay Thai. And the reason is this, Hammer, the kid picks his shots.
I've got to agree with you.
He doesn't overwork.
He looks like a class act. And, not seen him too much before, but what I'm seeing, I'm liking from Jake Lund.
Right, suck it in. Right.
A young man with a big future.
Certainly does. Very tough as Franz Sanchez. Plenty of people would have asked for their fight person to cab home from at this stage of the fight, but he still thinks he can win this.
Push kick, push kick, push kick. I love it. The bread and butter technique of Muay Thai. Really, of most martial arts, most standing martial arts indeed, is the push kick.
Every time I call CMT, I call for more Muay Thai technique, because a lot of people just stand and bang. But when we see the jab of Jake Lund, which really set up that beautiful step-up knee.
He gets that knee up. And I'll tell you what,
and that uppercut,
any fighter that's going to step up against Jake Lund, and he's not as tall as him, you know, you want to keep your vertical base nice and high, nice and upright.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Don't
stay away from those big knees, because he steps up and he gets them up to head height really easily. Danger weapon.
Look at this. Feigns in with the right and then delivers a left knee. He's having a play now at the end of the second round. Is Jake Lund, and Franz Sanchez, full credit to Full Force Gym. He's hanging in there.
30 seconds.
I think Franz, you know, he used to fight it in the early parts of his career at around 63 kilo. He's put on a lot of, he's stacked on the weight. I'd like to see him drop down in weight, because honestly, I think 72 is too heavy for him.
And we're seeing the big bombs, and the result of that extra 9 kilos here is Lund pushing forward laser line
10 seconds, 10
with
seconds.
those knees. Here it comes again. He loves that feinting technique, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's just, he's comfortable. He's not worried at all. And it's showing through in this fight. Look at him. Confident as you like. And fight for Boon Chu Gym.
No, he's actually out of hard out with Nick Trash.
Oh, you're right. Oh, look at that's the wrong rib. Hard out Muay Thai.
You know, you saw that. He's been sparring partner for Wayne Parr in the lead up to this fight.
I can see, you know, quality, just quality, this kid. Hard out Muay Thai Gym.
The towel throwing in. I believe.
What a win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up about number 5 here at CMT. Proudly brought to you by Boon Chu Thai Restaurant in Broadbeach. The bout was stopped by your referee, Brian Murphy, at the end of the second round. And your winner from the red corner, Jake Lund.